All right, guys, in this video, I'm going to go over how you can edit your variables once you have a data set already imported in Rguroo. So one that I use a lot is serial. So I'm going to double click, that's under the data tab. I'm going to double click the data set that I want to use. So in this case, serial. And I had warned you guys that sometimes Rguroo will label a variable as numeric when it's actually categorical. So the easiest way to find those is if the numbers in the column are only zeros and ones. So notice this fbai.co. I notice there's only zeros and ones in that column. So Rguroo is going to think that that's a numerical variable when actually it's categorical. Those zeros and ones mean yes or no or true, false, something like that. So you can edit variables within Rguroo. So if you go up here to the top, there's going to be 3 blue boxes and then some blue arrows. And if I hover, it'll say variable properties, add rows/variables. So I'm going to click that. And you can add variables, add rows. I want to just change the properties of existing ones. So I'm going to click on variable properties. Let me slide this up a little bit so we can see it. Okay, and then I want to find the variable that I want to edit. So it's this cfbai.comply. That's the one that I'm going to edit. And if you click on that one, notice over here it'll ask the type, and it does label that as a numerical variable when actually it's categorical. So looking at the title of this column, I think it's a yes or no question. Does the serial comply or not with whatever CFBAI stands for? So I'm going to label it as nominal data. Nominal data is just names, yes and no, categorical. No ranking or ordering. Ordinal is if they're categorical, but there is a ranking. It would be like letter grade in the class, like A, B, C, D, or F, right? That's categorical, but it's ordinal. It's ordered. If it's yes, no, true, false, eye color, that would be just nominal data. Okay, and then also I can change those zeros and ones, labeling it as yeses and nos instead. So for number 1, I'm going to change that label to yes. I had to double click inside that particular cell. I'm going to hit enter, and then I'm going to double click on the label for 0 and change that to no. Okay, I'm going to X out that those menus, and I'm going to click Save As. I still want to save it as serial. Okay, and it appears as if nothing has changed. So I'm still seeing zeros and ones. I'm going to X this out and then reopen it. Okay, now if I go back in there to variable properties and pick that same one, notice that now it's telling me it's nominal. If I pick the level editor, it's labeled nicely. And if I scroll over here, it's still saying zeros and ones, but I have that distinction that 0 means no and 1 means yes, saved inside Rguroo. All right. Another thing that you may need to do is go the other direction. Maybe Rguroo has labeled something as nominal data when it's actually numeric. That happens a lot when you go to download or import your data set and you didn't click the right header, right? So here is my data set on number of siblings. And notice that siblings is in that first row rather than being labeled as the variable up top. So if I go to these 3 boxes and I click variable properties and I pick variable 1, notice that it's saying that variable 1 is nominal. Now, I can't change it to numeric right now because the word siblings is in the first cell. So it's saying, oh, this doesn't have numbers in it. So I have to first go back and delete this, this cell, the siblings. I don't need it there. So you can right click on the number 1 and you can just delete that entire row. Okay, so now I could change this variable 1 to actually say siblings, because that's where that word should have been. It was the label to my variable. And now when I go in, it will allow me to change that to now numerical data. Okay, I don't need the level editor because it's going to read it as numerical now. Okay, so that is how you can change from one variable type to another. That will be very beneficial for your projects. If again you notice you have a column that has just zeros and ones in there, and Rguroo is recognizing that as a numerical column when it should be a categorical one.